Hello, everyone, and welcome back to PandTha Talks. First time in 2 weeks. We're back.
Hello. We both died slightly last week.
Yeah, it was a bad week. We're both doing quite a bit better from the sounds of things. We just had a small
Uh-huh.
catch up.
Yep.
So, all's good there. OBS has updated, and I do not like it. But,
I have you checked that it's actually recording me?
yes, I have. All's
Okay.
working there. Everything is
Let's-
fine in that regard. So yeah, we should be ready to go this week. We're going to be starting off with some information regarding Valve that's come out during this lawsuit that have been kicking up. I believe it's between Epic Games and Apple, the lawsuit, and Steam. Valve got dragged into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how on earth is Valve involved in this?
Yeah, they got dragged in by Epic and Apple, kind of being funny buggers. I think it was primarily Epic, and it's still ongoing. So
Okay,
yeah, we've
well,
got some information about Valve to go over.
yeah, that'll
After
be
that,
an intriguing one.
I agree. Um, After that, we'll be going into Phasmophobia, which has finally revealed a console release window. This actually
Ah,
I saw on Steam yesterday because I was going to play Phasmophobia for the first time in ages with a friend. And after
hmm,
that, we've got some information regarding Xbox Game Pass. 3 articles from the same company. One published 3 days ago, one published 2 days ago, and another published 2 days ago. And
interesting.
they all kind of give different variations. So the first one is how Xbox Game Pass day one games will be case by case basis moving forwards. The one after that is new Xbox Game Pass game gets huge player boost count. And the final one is Xbox Game Pass subscribers just got even more depressing news. So I'm intrigued to see how that's going to go as time
That
goes
just
on.
doesn't sound like Xbox Game Pass at all, dude.
Yeah, let's just say I'm very intrigued to see what's actually going on there because 3 articles within a day of each other, and
Bit
two of them are
strange.
saying decent news, and the other one's kind of going, "Yeah, everything's gonna shit." Which one is it, guys? Which one is it? But
I
yeah,
mean, anytime we talk about Xbox Games Pass, it's usually good news. Like the amount
yeah.
that they're releasing on it, plus like to both console and PC platform.
Oh,
Well, I say
definitely.
console, of course, I mean Xbox.
Obviously, I mean it's within the name.
And you're
Um.
getting like constant day one releases as well.
Oh yeah.
So you
Plus
have to
on
like
top,
get this to play the trial of a game for the month that you get it for.
yeah. And I mean, if they're talking about day one release has been our case by case, I doubt we'd have seen something like Black Ops 6 that's going to be releasing day one on Game Pass.
It still blows me away that Black Ops all those years ago was meant to be a trilogy. They released the third Black Ops. It was
Yeah.
absolutely horrendous in comparison to the current the older COD games, and now we're up to six.
Yeah,
Like, what happened?
I really don't know. All I can say is watching the games industry for the past year and us going over it really does tell you a lot about what's going on a day to day. It's been bizarre. But
It is strange.
shall we get started with Valve?
Oh yes, you've greatly intrigued me here. I'm very confused as to how they're involved in this.
Yeah, so the first bit isn't really going to touch too much on the lawsuit from what I can see, but we're going to actually get into basically what's going on here. So this is what this says. This is the heading, anyways. This may be why gaming company Valve employs few people and the salary it gives. Actually, we'll do a flip. Yeah, we'll do this way. Court documents show that not only is Valve a fraction the size of its companies like EA or Ubisoft, it's smaller than a lot of AAA developers. According to improperly redacted documents from a recent lawsuit,
Oh, again with the improper redactions, man.
I know, this is like 2 years in a row now. What the fuck? From a
What was the
recent
last one?
lawsuit.
PlayStation, wasn't it?
It was, yes. It was the PlayStation versus Xbox on whether Xbox was going to be able to, what was it? Buy Activision Blizzard. It was during that when Sony was trying to go against it in the UK and EU representation.
Hmm.
According to improperly redacted documents from a recent lawsuit, Valve had 336 employees in 2021. Now that's global. That is insanity to think about. And
Just a small
considering,
number.
just to take into consideration, Valve made all of this entire storefront. They made a Steam Deck, a VR
They've
headset.
been pushing out a hell of a lot of stuff, man.
Oh
Honestly.
yeah, like they are the cornerstone on PC gaming, whether it's devices that work with it, or their storefront, or even in some case their games. We got Portal, Left 4 Dead, Half
Oh,
Life.
they've got some phenomenal games, dude.
Exactly. And they've been doing this on a staff of, in 2021, 336 people.
Yeah.
That's
When
insanity.
we look at other companies right now, the games are doing horrendous. You know, they're trying to release quadruple A games. Not pointing any fingers.
Ubisoft.
And they have huge teams, and they're
Yeah.
having to lay people off.
So let's just take a look at this then. So first noted by SteamDB creator Pavel Jundik and reported by The Verge, documents from an antitrust suit against Valve show that the company consisted of 336 employees in 2021. That's a fraction of the size of most big game publishers, even as Steam continues to shape PC gaming as a whole. The documents originate from Wolfire Games' 2021 lawsuit, arguing that Steam constitutes an unfair monopoly on PC digital distribution. I remember this. There was a large thing going on about it. It's also, do you remember? I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago. We covered the get money back from Steam due to a lawsuit.
Yeah.
I
And all
believe
you could
it's
get back was
in.
like 60 quid.
Yeah, I believe this is something to do with it. This is pretty much where that started. The documents remain partially redacted and were likely meant to have all the duty details blacked out, a surprisingly common error in the US legal system that leads to sensitive data being made public. The Verge has a full chart of the year-by-year number of employees and departmental payroll changes at Valve. The chart confirms prior reporting that the overall headcount at the company has remained pretty stable in the last 10 years. Back in 2016, we reported the company had 360 employees, while Wikipedia quoted the company as having 330 in 2013. So they keep pretty much within this area of like 30 people. Here's the top line from 2021. Of those 336 employees, 79 directly worked on Steam, while a whopping 181 remained in the games department, pretty much the reverse of what I expected given Steam's importance to company profits and how rarely Valve releases new games. There were
Yeah,
just
fuck.
there were just 41 employees working on hardware development at that time, right on the eve of the Steam Deck's launch, and the remaining 35 employees were in admin. So you're telling me all Valve need to create a brand new device is 41 employees?
And what are we looking at with other companies?
Well, let's look at PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, which probably have a staff of a couple hundred to 1,000 people. That's at a minimum. A bare minimum. That's for hardware. Then when we're talking about games, they had 181, sorry. And you're talking most have a studio of what, between 1,000 and 5,000 working on a single game. Very intriguing to see. Also, how is it that the games industry is kind of getting their ass whooped by 336 people? 35 people of which are admin, and 79 are just working on Steam storefront.
Many on? I mean, in fairness, you kind of need it, don't you?
Yeah, so we'll quickly do the math, because I'm bad at just doing quick math. You know this already.
Saying nothing.
So 114 of the 336 people didn't even work on games or hardware. So you're talking 222 people are what's left that are then split between games and hardware. They're kind of like,
Numbers may not be accurate.
yeah, may not be spot on accurate, but that's still insane.
And let's be honest, when we look at Steam and Valve as a whole, like, where would we be without them?
That's the big question, isn't it? And not to be funny, but let's just look at Valve's net worth. 7.7 billion in 2022. See if we can find 2021. 6.5 billion is their estimated revenue in 2021. There it is. So, if that's the case, between 336 people, they made a total of $6.5 billion, roughly.
Just a means to an end, I suppose.
But they matched EA.
That's absurd.
EA staff 2021.
You would like to think that like their employees have like a really good wage.
11,000 people. In 2021, EA had an annual employee count of 11,000 people.
Jesus.
Compared.
So, turn that into percentage values to make it sound insane, and we're talking 3,000% more staff than.
Yeah. So that's just like a place to start. Actually, we've got some figures down here. I'd be intrigued to see here. So we'll just keep reading and we'll see how this goes. I like this so far. This is interesting. Wolfire Games actually criticised this limited headcount in its lawsuit, arguing that Valve devotes a minuscule percentage of its revenue to maintaining and improving the Steam store. Last year, a People Make Games report citing interviews with anonymous former Valve employees suggests that Valve's flat corporate structure hurts its employees. Okay, we'd need some actual proof of this, but
Yeah, I mean, just saying something is great and all, but
yeah,
you've got nothing to back it up. Like, this day and age, you just can't take people's word for things, man.
especially anonymous former Valve employees. Like, if you could get it from someone who wanted to be anonymous while working at Valve, you might have a bit more grip. But because they're former, typically they've been let go for a reason. Even with these issues in hand, it's hard not to be impressed with the company's sheer pound-for-pound effectiveness, managing one of the core pillars of PC gaming in Steam. Whatever its developer-facing issues, there's a reason most gamers prefer it to other launchers, and revolutionizing handheld PC gaming with the Steam Deck, and whenever the company does get around to releasing a new game, or even just updating an existing one, it's always an event. That is way too fucking accurate. Let's just be
Yeah.
straight up here. If Valve updates something or releases a game, you can guarantee every PC gamer is looking at it at that moment.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's like instantly booming topic, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the entire
Why
reason.
wouldn't it be?
Did I ever tell you the reason Valve actually made the Steam Deck?
I'm not certain. Possibly not.
Okay. So the reason the Steam Deck was made is because when Gabe Newell was talking about the developments of VR and he really wanted to go into it, and they made Half-Life Alyx, they realized it's good, but they want to make it better. They want to make
Yeah.
VR something that's more accessible. You don't need a gaming PC to do it. So they
You telling me
thought,
they made the Steam Deck as a portable VR?
what I'm telling you is they made the Steam Deck to see whether they could make PC gaming actually viable as a portable thing. So that then when they go to make their next VR headset, they can make portable VR gaming on a PC gaming system without having to have a PC.
That's crazy.
That's the entire reason the Steam Deck was created. Because they wanted to make PC gaming VR portable. That's what they did.
And to have that in just a little small handheld device as well.
Exactly. That was their
If you
first
think about that,
test.
that is just crazy.
That's basically what they've done. That's their first test on the system. And next, they'll be working on, most likely, a VR that basically implements what they learned and managed to pull off with the Steam Deck, but all built into a single VR headset.
So they'll just be portable VR then, but like at a
Exactly.
PC level, not the Quest sort of deal.
Exactly that.
Now, that's not to say that the Quest is bad. The Quest is still absolutely phenomenal, especially Quest 3. I believe
Oh,
and
yeah.
you are quite happy with it.
Oh, yeah, I really enjoy it. When I can actually get some time on it, it's fantastic. But
Sorry, when Blades and Sorcery gets updated properly for multiplayer, you'll be forced onto it.
oh, definitely. Guaranteed on
I'll be ringing up Shane and telling her to put you in handcuffs until I get home.
that. but that just shows Valve's dedication, not to the idea of just making profits, but to the idea that they really wanted to make something that would be amazing for the industry and that no one's done before, and went, okay, we'll do it.
Yep.
Why not?
I mean,
I've listened.
also, as you and I have mentioned many a time, we both love to see advancements made in VR.
Oh, 100%. We've been looking at it for a while, and to be honest,
And the more
Valve is the
advancements they get
company.
made as well, then the more games that people are going to start developing for it because it's going to
Exactly.
be blowing up and have more
Exactly.
interest, which means it's going to have a bigger market.
You're spot on the money there. And that's the reason I look at Valve so much for new things, because whenever they make something, you can look back at any of their games, but if you look at them and pay attention to what they've done, guaranteed they have released a brand new game that takes advantage of the newest technology at that time. Just as an example, they made a game, not a lot of people know about it, but they made a game when, oh, what's it called now? Actually, it should be my thing. They made a game when they released the Steam Deck called Aperture Desk Job. Desk Job. Now,
Never bothered with that. It seemed a little small and short.
it is. It's small and sweet, but it's there to teach you how to use your Steam Deck. What it
Yeah,
also does is it tells you some lore about the Portal universe,
yeah, I heard about that.
like Cave Johnson being alive. It actually has a story, and it's actually kind of a funny story. And it's like 45 minutes to complete, sort of thing. It's not very long at all, but they made a game just for that, just to teach you how to use a Steam Deck effectively.
I mean, it's a good way to go about it.
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah.
it didn't take them too much considering it's so short.
Oh, no, it definitely wouldn't have. But it was thorough, and it was a decent little game. So, and then you've got what they did for VR, Half-Life Alyx. Just as VR becomes the cutting stone of new technology, they go and show this is what it can do. This is
Yeah.
what we want to see. And that's what I love about them. Half
And
Life,
that was like the start of development.
yeah,
Like that was like when VR had an advancement and you had games like that and Bone Labs and all coming out, and that was only the beginning.
Oh yeah. And Half-Life, I mean, when PC gaming first like properly started getting a bit bigger, it was like Half-Life came out, showed this is what gaming should be. PCs got stronger and better. All of a sudden, Half-Life 2 comes out. This is what new engines can do. But if you get where I'm coming from, anytime there's some new big development, Valve is there. And they are ready. And that is why I always keep my eye on them, because the moment they're ready, you will see something amazing come from them. But let's keep going with this article, because I'm sure I'm going to get a bollocking later about how much of a tangent we went on. I've
Hey, it
list-
was a good tangent, man. Anything
Oh, it
about Valve.
was. It was indeed. And it all fits. I've listed some publishers and developers of note with their respective headcounts to put Valve's into perspective. Microsoft Gaming, 2,100. 20,100 staff. Ubisoft, 19,100. EA, around about 13,700. Sony Interactive Entertainment, 12,700. Bungie, 1,350. Larian, 470. Naughty Dog, 400 plus. BioWare, post layoffs, 270 roughly. New Blood Interactive, around 30. Supergiant, 25. And Team Fortune, 2. Just looking at that though, and you compare where Valve is, it's insanity. It just really is, and there's not much else you can really add to it. But it does make you wonder why more companies aren't able to do things like this.
Yeah.
But it also makes you
Did we see any layoffs from Valve
no,
recently?
no,
They
we
must be
didn't.
one of the few that haven't laid anyone off.
Well, they've got no need to. They keep their staff
Yep.
small and sweet, and they're able to do exactly what they want with the amount of staff they've got. They'll probably hire people on for contracting, as and when it's
Yeah.
needed. If it's not needed, they won't have them. And that is the best way to do it. That way you've not given anyone any false sense of security about job.
Yeah. Like it's great that these other companies with their 11,000 employees, which is absurd. It's a load of jobs for people, but if those jobs don't have any security around them, it's a little worrisome.
It is indeed. As someone who works for a large company, and I'll never like give away what company I work for, but as someone who works for one, the one thing you don't want is job security to suddenly go out the window. And when you have that many
Yeah.
people and you're in a volatile industry, you can guarantee job security will flop the moment things start getting tough.
It's not even when things get tough though. It's just when the higher ups in the companies decide that they didn't get enough money off of a game or whatever their product is, and
We
they're like,
didn't
right,
get a big
well,
enough bonus this year.
pretty much.
Right, take the fire axe. Time to start getting rid of some staff. The equivalent of how it feels sometimes. So, this may be why gaming company Valve employs few people and the salary it gives. Now, I'm intrigued by this because if we can get roughly an idea on what the salaries are, it might explain a lot. Because these guys are probably some of the top in the industry. Valve Corporation, the gaming industry behind Steam and popular titles like Half-Life, operates with a surprisingly small workforce while offering substantial compensation. According to leaked payroll data, the company employed just 336 staff members in 2021, despite its enormous influence in the gaming world. Now, this has already got me kind of going, what? So, what are the salaries for these people? that are making such a huge impact, especially considering the other article didn't even dare mention it.
Yeah.
The data inadvertently revealed in a redacted document from Wolfire's antitrust lawsuit against Valve shows that the company's workforce has remained relatively small since 2003. This lean approach contrasts sharply with industry peers like EA and Riot Games, which employ thousands. Steam's secret 79 employees power a gaming Goliath. Yeah, these are the people that actually do Valve itself. Do Steam itself. Valve's Steam division, responsible for running one of the world's largest PC gaming platforms,
I would
operated.
say, if not the largest.
Yeah, operated with only 79 employees in 2021. This small team manages a platform that serves millions of users worldwide, showcasing remarkable efficiency. The company's game development team, despite being its largest department, consisted of just 181 staff members. The leaked information also hints that Valve's generous compensation strategy. In 2021, the company's total gross pay for its game development team was $192 million,
Good
averaging
God.
over $1 million per employee at that department.
Jesus.
So, yeah, they are paying for some of the best.
Mm.
So, no shit. They don't need many people because they've got the best of the best that are going to sit there and do their job for very good money. Can you blame them?
Definitely not.
I mean, not to be funny, if you were paid over $1 million a year just to develop games for Valve,
That's absurd.
you'd take it without a second thought, though, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. There'd be no second thought in your mind. You'd be like, yeah, definitely. Fucking get me on that.
And you don't even, it's not even like the only thing you get out of it is the satisfaction of how much you're getting paid, but like some of the titles that get released and the things that they would see said about their games. Now, don't get me wrong, it still comes with the negatives too if they release something that is, not up to scratch, which happens all too often these days.
I've never seen it happen to Valve yet. I'm still
Yeah,
waiting.
tell me about it. So like you're sitting there and you're seeing all these just constant unbelievable like greatness being mentioned about the game that you just helped develop.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's got to be some feeling.
It's gotta be. Valve's per employee profitability. This high pay, low headcount approach aligns with statements in Valve's employee handbook, which claims the company's profitability per employee exceeds that of tech giants like Google, Amazon, and Microsoft. Industry analysts suggest this strategy allows Valve to maintain agility and efficiency while attracting top talent. However, it may also explain the company's limited product output and its reliance on partnerships for hardware development. So, yes, they do work with some others for hardware development. Not too much, but I'd imagine it'd be just enough to help them get companies that are willing to manufacture and stuff like that.
See, what kills me though is the we're based on we're talking about companies are being based on how much they make. It, in all reality, these companies making the things they make and having how much money that they get come in
Oh
makes
yeah,
absolutely no difference. No matter what sum they make, majority of the time, if not all the time, it is an absurd amount of money.
guaranteed it is. Guaranteed it is.
And the fact that like that's what we're basing how good the company is off of is not the way to go about it, in my opinion.
No, I mean, once again, we looked at that figure just a few minutes ago. Let me see if I can pull it back up.
Like we get told once in an article about how a game has absolutely blown up. You get told once that they've done a phenomenal job,
I
the
think
devs of the
this,
game, and then after that, it's all talking about profits.
yeah, I think this is a fair way to look at it, though. We're talking about here how money probably isn't the best way to go off it. Valve, in my opinion, I've not heard a bad word spoken about any of their releases. If you can find one, please do link me to it. I'd be intrigued to see it.
I mean, they're bound to have had some hiccups here and
Oh,
some problems
guaranteed.
there.
But I'm on about their like game development side.
Yeah.
EA, I've heard plenty of negatives. Ubisoft, I've heard plenty of negatives. Ubisoft isn't even on this list, actually, looking at it.
Oof, we don't.
Activision
Honestly,
Blizzard,
Ubisoft lately have been just oof.
yeah, they're breaking down quite badly. Activision Blizzard, heard plenty of negatives. Nintendo, they're pretty much beloved. It's just their industry practices that need to be fucking looked
Yeah,
into.
but because they're
Apple,
like the only one doing their thing, there's not really much
yeah,
competition.
exactly. Apple, well, that's just Apple. Microsoft, we know of Xbox's failures in recent years, same with Sony's. Now, going by that, Valve's at the bottom of this list in income. Yet, once again, in my opinion, to a lot of these, I'd probably put Valve above them in quality and what they do.
Especially in quality.
Yeah, but that's not going to be taken into consideration as much because obviously what they do is very different.
Yeah, and
And that
again, like majority of anyone and everything is just focusing around how much profit has been made rather than
exactly.
the important stuff. To be completely honest, it kind of sucks. That's the way it is.
It
It
does.
would it would be so much better if it was done differently. And clearly, I would say Valve probably do it that way, or at
That
least
is what it's
a
seeming.
better way, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, what Valve is doing though, and what it says the industry analyst says here, they're paying the amount to attract the top of that field. And they don't need many. They just need enough. Yes, they have these same people working for this quite, in my opinion, ludicrous amount of money. But I would never turn it down. I don't know about anyone else. If you were offered that, you take it. So,
There would have to be some massive moral challenge for you
oh
to
yeah,
deny an offer like that, which definitely happens in jobs paying as high as that. But if there's nothing that is that bad or doesn't break your own moral code, like you take that in a heartbeat.
oh definitely. As I said, you or me were offered that, we'd take it instantly.
If only I could develop games. I can but only break them.
Yeah, if you need a game tester, Valve, just get Will. Trust me, he's the best of the best at breaking games.
And I do it for fun, so
Yeah,
you don't have to pay me, but feel free to.
yeah, just give him like 100 grand a year, he'll be sorted.
If only it were as simple as that.
I know, right? I'm his manager, so just give me like 5%. I'm happy.
I give up it's more than 5.
um, from software to hardware, Valve's evolving focus, which is very true. They have moved over the past couple of years from software more to a hardware stance. We are seeing that more and more, but we are still seeing them developing Steam as a storefront. I mean, I think I was telling you about it, but just in recent months, they updated over to. I'm going to need to censor what I just pulled up. That's fun.
Oopsies.
They've recently added this a game recordings feature into Steam. Wasn't needed. They're still doing it. It's what they do.
I
They
haven't
add
actually even
random
looked
things.
into it.
It's not too bad. It works pretty well. And to say we do most of our stuff on Steam, it's quite easy to
Yeah.
use.
I mean, as I said to you when we were chatting before we started recording, I just use GeForce because it's just right there. It's really simple.
Yeah,
The only bad thing I have from it is sometimes after a long period of time, GeForce will just stop working full stop.
yeah,
Like
and then you gotta
the whole
re-enable it
overlay
all.
stuff, and the only way to do that is to completely restart your game as well,
Yeah,
because you have to essentially destroy GeForce in Task Manager.
yeah, I've had similar situations. But they're still doing work on their software side, is what I was trying to basically get across.
Yeah.
But their hardware is starting to become a major focus for them. So, as this says here, the data also reveals interesting trends in Valve's focus area. While game development remains the largest development, The company has gradually increased its investment in hardware, with 41 employees dedicated to this area in 2021. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoyed reading about this. Anything Valve is massively interesting to me. And just seeing how they're still doing all these
I
years
mean,
later.
in fairness, it would be kind of strange if you didn't have an interest in them,
Oh, yeah.
considering you use them on a day-to-day basis.
Well, no, I don't. Stop lying.
Okay, you use them on an hourly basis,
Shut the fuck up.
minutely at times, seconds.
Just close Steam to prove you're wrong. Anyways, Phasmophobia finally reveals a new console release window. So, the console version of Phasmophobia has been treated to a new release window, with Kinetic Games revealing that its hit horror game is now aiming to debut on PlayStation and Xbox devices during its upcoming Halloween 2024 event. That's a very good idea of when to land it, to be fair.
Yeah,
Fair play to
spot
you.
on.
This development offers some good news for console-owning horror aficionados who have been waiting for Phasmophobia to reach their gaming system of choice for over a year now. Yeah, you see, you can't use these terms, Game Rant, considering you've been known to fucking actually fight on the side of the console wars. You can't say this and then prevent other platforms from having games because you fucking agree with them. Dickhead. Sorry,
I know, Rory.
calming down. Anyways, originally released in September 2020, that's 4 years, not a year, as a
I was
Steam
gonna
Early
say, I was
Access
like,
title.
there's no way Phasmophobia is a year old.
Yeah, I was
That
thinking
shit came
that.
out ages ago.
Phasmophobia took no time to establish itself as a massive hit, debuting as one of the top-selling games on Valve's PC storefront. Just say Steam. No reason to fucking elongate that. According to an aggregate of third-party estimates from Gamalytic, Player Tracker, and VG Insights, the ghost hunting horror game sold in the ballpark of 15.1 million copies as of July 2024. Wait, what? No. Right, I'm back on. Okay, never mind. Phasmophobia. Where is it? So I'm guessing it's on sale. It's not. Okay. So, hush you. You're not allowed to start playing horror music in the background. No, that's bad. So, let's do this, shall we? Times by. That was 15.1 million, yeah? What do you think, Will?
Well, what
How's
was
that
it?
for bank? 165,949,000.
Yeah,
Now, about
it's
30% of that
a number.
goes to Steam. The 49 million goes to Steam.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like another 20% of it will be going to publishers or wherever else if they've got them. Do they have them? No, they don't. They're their own publisher. Okay. So then they've got the taxes on top of that. They're probably walking away with like a cool $500,000, if that. Maybe more than that.
Half? Is that it?
Sorry, not $500,000.
I was
50
gonna,
mil. 50
gonna
mil.
say something's not right there.
Half 100 mil. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. I'm doing things wrong. Don't worry.
Aren't you just?
That's absolute insanity. Its console,
Just slightly, yes.
yeah, its console ports were announced as part of the June 2023 Xbox Game Showcase, but faced several delays. That's and they're a British studio, are they?
Oh no.
Oh,
That can't be
okay,
allowed.
cool, good to know. Us Brits have actually done something interesting. So we've already basically covered all this bit, but we'll move here. Phasmophobia won't be coming to Xbox Game Pass anytime soon. The upcoming console ports will be available for purchase, but the developer doesn't intend to bring the game to Sony and Microsoft's last generation consoles. Its release window announcement also saw the studio reveal that it currently has no plans to launch Phasmophobia on Xbox Game Pass. As for the upcoming console ports, Kinetic Games said they'll launch with the latest major patch, whereas new content like the Farmhouse revamp is planned to release at a later date. While Phasmophobia has long retailed at $13.99, the arrival of its console version will see a price increase to $20 across all platforms. Interesting.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, the price increase I'm kind of a bit about.
Is that only for console? They said as well.
No, that's across all platforms, but I
Okay.
think that's because they're coming out of early access.
Right. Right. Okay.
So basically,
That's
it's
still
like
early
full release
access.
price.
I'm not a fan of that. This whole trend of everyone doing early access for a decade.
Oh yeah, it's more and more prevalent as time goes on. Oh, well, that's amazing, Game Ren. Aren't you absolutely phenomenal? Let me guess, you've done that to every article. Almost, almost. Okay. So I can read a little of this and get a base idea, and then I can move to the last one. Okay. I don't like Game Ramp very much. I don't know if you can tell. I can make an account or log in, but I refuse to create accounts for things like Game Ramp. They annoy me. Even though I've
Hmm.
used mostly them today, surprisingly. Xbox Game Pass Day 1 games will be a case-by-case basis moving forwards. Recent reports indicate that games developed by Microsoft-owned studios may take from 6 months to sometimes longer to reach Xbox Game Pass standard, and that each title will be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. This may be bad news for gamers who don't want to subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate. Okay. And earlier this week, Microsoft announced a huge change to Xbox Game Pass. Not only did Xbox Game Pass Ultimate's price go from $17 to $20, so a $3 increase, okay. But Xbox Game Pass console will no longer exist except for current users, and a new tier called Xbox Game Pass Standard, which will not have day one releases or access to cloud gaming, will be available for $12. These changes are likely related to introducing Activision Blizzard's games to Game Pass. Okay. So basically, for an extra free, well, it'll probably work out like £2.50 a month for me. I can
Yes, if you're
basically
getting like
get
an
access to more
entire
games.
company's games extra,
Yeah,
you can justify it.
yeah, exactly. Plus, I can get all of it on one platform.
Yeah. You're
Uh,
getting more, so it's gonna cost more. It makes sense.
yeah, don't get me wrong, it's not great. I'd rather not have to pay more, but I can justify that price increase. So fair enough. I can get behind that to an extent.
Yeah.
No
I mean, is
Xbox.
there an option though to take whatchamacallit?
Take
Words
what?
are struggling. Give me a moment
I'm
to
noticing.
uh shut up, asshole. Is there an option to take like a game pass that's only Xbox and stuff?
That'd basically be the standard, except you'd get other companies in there. You basically just wouldn't get any of the day one releases.
Hmm.
So you can just.
It is a bit harsh to not get day one releases if you're
That's
just
the
wanting
thing.
Xbox stuff.
Basically, you can either go standard, where you get access to everything apart from day one releases, from what I can understand so far, or you can go for the ultimate, where you get access to cloud gaming, PC gaming, I think console, I'm not sure on that side anymore. But you'd also then get access to all day one releases across the platform. So I kind of see it, but still, I've suddenly lost all interest in this article. New Xbox Game Pass game gets huge player boost count. I think that's supposed to be player count boost, but you know what? Some people just don't know how to do a sentence, so I'll help them out, I guess. Come on. There we go. Hey, let me edit. The fuck? Wow, they've
You're
actually prevented it.
you're being fought today, Rory.
Aren't I just? What the hell? They
They know
never.
what you've done and they don't like it.
Have they been upset with me because I just keep editing their bloody. No. You can't do this. Inspector Almond's like key part to
Oh.
what I do. That. Nope. No, it does not want to let it. Okay, whatever. Going away. Bye bye. Fucking annoyed. Anyways, we got a full article to end it off on. Xbox Game Pass subscribers just got even more depressing news. What's our depressing news? Xbox Game Pass subscribers are starting to receive messages from Microsoft stating that they will no longer be able to use reward points to fund their subscriptions. Right. I don't know if you know about this, Will, but basically you could earn reward points while playing on Game Pass. And
Okay.
if you earn these reward points, you could actually get Microsoft to give you another month of Game Pass.
So it's essentially, when you spend enough money on Game Pass, you build up enough points to get a free month.
Oh no, you didn't have to spend money on Game Pass to do it. Basically, once you got Game Pass once, there were some people that did this for 7 months consecutively, where they paid for the first month, and the other 7 months after were just points they'd got from playing certain games on a specific day, and then they redeemed it for a free month.
So what you're telling me is if you're picky enough, you can just get a shitload of free Game Pass.
Yeah, you basically just got more time on Game Pass for free.
Hmm.
It was a cool little system, but obviously they're not going to let you keep it forever.
Yeah,
Everyone knew
sounds
that.
like it was getting slightly exploited.
Oh yeah, we all know how to exploit things like that. So they've basically been told that they're not going to be able to use them points anymore to fund their subscriptions. So Xbox Game Pass subscribers have had a rough time of it as late, apparently. This
I mean,
past week,
like compensate them with something for the built-up points.
we'll have to see actually. This past week, Microsoft announced a massive change to Xbox Game Pass tiers, removing major day one games from base Game Pass, now known as Standard, and making it so said titles are only available for those who sign up for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Once again, I've always been on Ultimate because basically that gave me access to cloud gaming, so I could just plug in a controller. It's basically Sony's system of attempt at Game Pass.
Yeah, we've been
You're
over that
forced
before.
onto a controller. The only annoyance was for Sony's you need a PlayStation controller, and a lot more PC gamers have an Xbox controller on standby.
Yep, even I have one.
Yeah, it's just kind of a default because for the longest time Sony would not let
It'll
PlayStation controllers work with your PCs. Now
A
they've
quick
started to.
tangent if you want for a funny story.
Go for it.
I have an Xbox controller because I do not personally use it. My girlfriend has used it whenever we play co-op games because she finds easy to use a controller, like local co-op. But another main reason, so that's like half the reason I have an Xbox controller. The rest of the reason is playing games such as Ultimate Chicken Horse, where you can use the Steam thing. What's it called? When like
Local
someone
play.
plays through. Yeah, no, not local. It's like my friend playing through my PC.
Yeah,
The sharing thing, not the
yeah.
family shit.
I'm gonna have
I
to
can't
redo
remember
it
what it's
again.
called. I can't remember what it's called.
Uh,
Remote
remote
play,
play.
that's it. And you need a controller for stuff like that. So Ultimate Chicken Horse was what we were playing, and I plugged in the Xbox controller, and they then used the controller on their end, and were able to join through remote play without owning the game.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great way to do it.
And we've done it
But
with a few other games as well, but it's quite funny that
yeah,
that's like the main reason I have it.
and not just that, Xbox controllers. I don't know if it's just me that thinks this, but I can get an Xbox controller for cheaper than I can a PlayStation controller.
PlayStation controllers are absurd in price, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what they are thinking, but it's wild. Even if you look at probably PS3 controllers are still like a crazy ripoff.
it wouldn't shock me.
Like, obviously, there's second hand and all that jazz and, like,
Yeah,
rip-off versions you can get, but typically, like, they'll break easily, they'll not be very good, they'll not feel nice to hold, they'll not be comfortable, whatever else.
exactly.
If you want typically with controllers, especially if you have, certain issues, you want a decent one that's, like, durable and kinda new.
Yeah, you also want one that can bounce off of floors and walls. Definitely don't have experience with this. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate has always been a no-brainer for Xbox users anyways, as not only did it include Game Pass, it also gives subscribers access to EA Play Library, that were another reason I got it, PC Game Pass titles, and all the benefits that were once associated with Xbox Live Gold, like online multiplayer. But Microsoft didn't just decide to lock major day one games behind Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. It also raised the price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to $20 per month. Needless to say, these changes have upset the Xbox Game Pass community, and now they have something else to be worried about. So let me just get this right. They've basically separated it into two categories, and they've gave it a $3 increase in price. That it.
It's not terrible.
No, I've had worse. I've had a lot worse, I must admit. As reported by Pure Xbox, some Xbox Game Pass subscribers have started receiving troubling emails from Microsoft about how they will soon no longer be able to use their Microsoft rewards points to fund their Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass subscriptions. The message explicitly states, as of the 8th of the 12th, 2024, so you've been given till December. That's still a while off. You'll no longer be allowed to use your rewards points to fund your Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass subscriptions. And it also mentions how auto redeem for said subscriptions is now being discontinued. However, other users have claimed to have received a different notice about how the prices for the subscriptions are being raised to 12,000 points for auto redeem, 15,000 for 1 month, and 44,000 for 3 months. The communication right now is inconsistent, but it's bad news for Game Pass subscribers either way. Not really. If it's right and they've decided to change the pricing for the points, fair enough. At the end of the day, you get these points for playing games on Game Pass and for doing certain
Mhm.
things. Shouldn't they be able to change the pricing for that? It's not real money. It doesn't really evaluate to real money. Why aren't
Everything
they
has
allowed?
a value, though, these days.
Yeah, I know that, but still, it's one of them things where it's like, bit odd. I'm just trying to see if I can check where you get the value. Like, I refuse to go on that. Can't seem to find it. But yeah, as you can see, I'm on Ultimate anyways. So, but yeah, if they are changing the value that it's worth, fair enough. Earn more per month. It's not like it was ever a challenge for people if they clearly had been getting Game Pass every single month using their
Yeah.
points.
And if you're already getting Game Pass as well, it's not a huge increase. And to add again, like an entire company's games onto that,
Yeah,
like the fact that you're now getting the day one releases too, it's great opportunities to check out games.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
perfect for those that like struggle to find games they actually enjoy, and they can just download all the new games as they get released. So you're not like left behind. You're not having to wait for anything. You can get straight into it, check it out. If you don't like it, fine. If you like it, you can buy it after it goes off of Game Pass.
yeah.
It's like the way they're doing things is literally perfect.
For people like us, definitely.
Well, I'm a you know me, I'm a bit of a stickler. Um,
You're a stickler for everything.
uh, I'm a tad bit strange.
Yeah, but that's why we're friends. For the uninitiated, Xbox gamers have been. Go away. No, bad. There we go. Xbox gamers have been able to use Microsoft rewards points on Game Pass for years. As long as one has been vigilant about completing their Microsoft rewards tasks every day, people have effectively been able to get Game Pass for free. While it's disappointing, it would make sense for Microsoft to end this practice, especially in the wake of the price increase, as it clearly seems to be getting aggressive about making Game Pass more of a financial success. It wants people to be signed up for Game Pass Ultimate, and beyond that, it wants people to actually be paying for it with real money. Time will tell exactly what happens with Xbox Game Pass and Microsoft Rewards. Regardless, it's been a sad time for Xbox Game Pass lately. Hopefully, major upcoming Day 1 Game Pass games like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl can help relieve the pain a bit. So yeah, I'm unsure how to feel on that one yet. I'll have to do a bit more research into it, I think, before I, give like full understanding of what's going on. Are you there, Will?
Yeah, sorry, I got a message. I can't
Yeah,
type.
Will
Like
can't
I said,
type and talk.
I'm a little bit stupid.
It's all good, mate. We're all stupid in some shape or form. Anyone who says otherwise is a lying bastard. But now, I want to get more of an understanding before I make a comment on that, because I also want to kind of check what my points is. So
I think I can give valuable input on this, and I can already tell you how many points I have.
go on. 0.
Negative. No, 0.
Negative. Damn. You're really working hard here. The most concerning thing you can ever do is type your password out while your friend's watching. It's great.
Oh
Highly
yes,
recommend.
now I know your password. Asterisk, 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 asterisk.
Yeah,
It didn't work. Why
37
didn't it
times.
work?
Well, I mean, if you want to go through 37 characters and try and get my password, you're
Man, I'm good.
welcome.
Thanks though.
Yeah,
37 seems a little unnecessary, but
well,
you have good reason for the value of certain things. We'll put it
yeah.
that. All right,
I mean,
4K points, Rory. What can you do with
yeah,
it?
I've got 3,936 points. Now, I don't do much regarding the point system. I don't see a point. Yeah, I actually pay £13 for Game Pass Ultimate. So
Has that gone
it'll
up
probably
already, or is
increase.
that
No, I think
still to
that's the
go up? Yeah.
$17. So I think it'll go up to £15 for me. Which £15 I can deal with. Netflix is more than that.
Yeah, isn't it just?
You know what I mean? And there's less for me to
Matter
do
of
on
fact, I think
Netflix.
Prime Video is now more
Oh
than that
yeah.
as well if you pay for without ads, which is so stupid.
Let's see here. So here we go.
Tesco.
So
You get a
Game
Tesco
Pass.
voucher.
Yeah, you can get a fair amount actually with this.
That's
So
kind of funny.
Game Pass Ultimate is 14,000 points. If you want it on auto redeem, it's the same amount. PC Game Pass 9,250 and Game Pass Core 7,000. You can actually get a fair amount with these points. What the fuck? Can you tell I've just never bothered? So now the question is, what do you do with them? I think I know you get them from your games. I don't remember how I go about that.
You probably just coincidentally played something wet, like new, with had points going out, or
Yeah, I just don't know where you get
maybe
the
you still get
test.
like little bits as you play because you're using Game Pass.
From what I know, there's some like task thing that you got to go through. And basically, you've got these tasks that you complete on your Xbox thing, and that'll do it. But I
I mean, I would
just,
say it would be worth looking into just to check to see if any
yeah,
games you are like playing at the moment have anything like that. Just to
I'll
hop
take a
on them
look.
whenever it needs, and you can just slowly build up points and get yourself a free month or something like that. Like,
Yeah,
never does any harm.
no, exactly. But that's basically what people were doing. They bought like their first month of Game Pass,
What?
and then they would proceed from there to just earn these points and then use them points to get the next month of Game Pass for free. And then they've done this repeatedly. Some people have never paid for Game Pass after that first month. So now they're a bit concerned, obviously, with the change.
Yeah.
Which I
They
can
they
see
must
why.
have done like some research and grinding though to do it
They
like that.
must have. Like it,
They
though.
probably
Fair
spent
play.
that first month of fucking checking it out.
Fair play to them, though. Fair fucking play. But
Yeah.
anyways, with all that said and done, we are back. We hope you have enjoyed, because bloody hell,
My goodness,
this
this is
was...
the end?
It is. It's been
What
an hour.
happened? It has?
It has. It's
What
been 1
happened?
hour.
Oh my.
Primarily, honestly, mate, Valve. Valve
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 75, we've done quite well. It's been a very decent episode, in my opinion. And
Yeah.
hopefully, we will start to come back to some semblance of normality now.
Yeah, but just need stuff to happen.
Yeah, that is the big thing, really. So I think I'll be going back to checking and making sure things are going on in the games industry again. We'll see
Yep.
how that goes. But anyways, without further ado, thank you all very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And remember to join the Discord. You'll have seen notifications throughout the video, all up and down, always happens.
Provided
But
Roy remembers to.
I always do it. That's one thing I do. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and we will see you all next time. Bye for now, guys.
Have a good one, guys. See you next week.